Hey guys, and welcome to my June TBR. I have a couple of books here. Some of them are review books, but most of them are actually non-review books, which is really interesting. And I have 5 mangas. So first, I'll talk about the ebooks, or not really ebooks, but the books that I'm planning on getting so I can read but don't have, so I'm gonna borrow them from the library. But the first one is What I Thought Was True by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This is the June book of the month for the Contemporary Lovers group, so I need to get my hands on it. I already requested it from my library and hopefully it'll come soon. The next one is The Bones Season by Samantha Shannon. I was talking to Max from Well Done Books, and he, along with a couple of people, are actually hosting a read-along / live show, and he sort of convinced me to pick this one up, so I already have it reserved in my library and hopefully I'll read it in June with them. And the last book is one that I already read, actually. I read it in like, I actually technically read it, most of it on May 31st, but it was like the last couple of hours. So it is Ask Again Later by Liz Zukaz. And I recently requested her second book, Top 10 Clues I'm Clueless or something like that. I had to read this first because, I mean, they're not companion novels or like sequels or whatever, but I just wanted to read this one first and it was cute. I'll talk about this in my June wrap-up. So moving on to the physical books, specifically my review books. The first one is Midnight Thief by Livia Blackburn. I requested this from HBG Canada / Hyperion, and I really like the sound of this one. It talks about some assassins and there's a lot of adventure going on and like conspiracy theories, fantasy, just the type of book that I would like. And it comes out in July, so I'm really excited to read that one. Then I got a surprise package from Simon & Schuster, and one of the books was Scandal by Sarah Auckler. I was gonna say Lisa Auckler. By Sarah Auckler. I've read basically most of Sarah Auckler's books. While they weren't the greatest, I still keep on reading her books. The only one that I really loved was 20 Boy Summer by her. And I'm hoping that I will end up liking this one because I really like the synopsis of it. And it has to do, like, there's a lot of like Twitter stuff going on in this book, so you can tell from the title because it says #scandal. I'm excited for this one. And the last review book is Hexed by Michelle Craze. I'm actually reading this right now. I'm like 15 pages in. This comes out on June 10th. And it is about witches, and it says here, something witchy this way comes. I really like the cover. It talks about a girl who doesn't know that she's a witch, but then she finds out, and something, what gets stolen? Some book gets stolen, and apparently if it gets destroyed, then all the witches in the world die. So she's like, a stolen book, a deadly plan, a destiny discovered. So she has to go and try to find that book. So it's like adventure / paranormal, and I feel like there's a bit of a contemporary feel to it from what I've read so far. Now moving on to my non-review books. Where the hell is... No, never mind. There it is. The first book that I would like to read is Broken Hearts, Fences and Other Things to Mend by Katie Finn. I'm pretty sure you all know, but Katie Finn is basically Morgan Matson. And I've heard really good things about this as well as not so good things about it, but it's okay. It's kind of short, so I can basically read this in a day. Next book, it's Archetype by M.D. Waters. The sequel, Prototype, is coming out soon, and I really wanted to read this. It's new adult, but it's not contemporary. It's actually fantasy, and actually mystery fantasy. Where did I read that? Futuristic suspense debut. That's what it's about. The story of one woman who rebels against everything she's told to believe. I've heard really, really good things about this one, so that's why I really want to read it this month. The last 2 actual books are Opal as well as Origin by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I finally got my hands on Origin, and that is why I will be marathoning both of these, especially because the 5th book, which is called... I don't remember what it's called, but it's coming out soon, and it's the last book, I think, in the whole series, so I'm really excited to read both of these. So if you guys watched my previous wrap-up, you would know that I'm currently reading a manga called Parfait Tech. I'm on volume 15. It's 23 volumes, but only 20 volumes are out, so hopefully I'll be able to finish the last 8 volumes this month, and if I do that, I'm going to pick up another manga, which is called Fruit Basket, and I'm hoping to read the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, so that I would read a total of 13 volumes, so that's okay. And yes, these are all the books that I'm hoping to read this month. There are a lot, but hopefully I can be able to finish all of them. And that is it. Let me know what books you guys are reading and if you're excited about any of the ones I mentioned. And if you've read them, let me know so it gives me motivation to read them. And that is it. Have a nice day. Bye.